Hey, hi everybody. My name is Jerry Wise, and today I want to talk about toxic ways narcissistic parents demand love and respect. I've been working with clients for over 45 years, helping them get their narcissistic or dysfunctional families out of them. And today you'll want to watch because I think there's some very important things you'll want to hear that maybe you haven't heard other places in helping you to recover from this damage and abuse that you may have experienced and the trauma that may happen. And today we're talking about how they demand love and respect. And first of all, I think parental bullying is a common thing, not just with narcissistic parents. You can have parental bullying with all kinds of parents, but certainly with narcissistic parents. Have you ever heard, "I'm your father"? Well, I'm your mother. Do you know that's an intergenerational bullying comment? It's not meant to connect us. It's meant to elicit subservience or obligation is what that. And so they will demand respect. They'll demand love. I demand that you like me. I demand that you love me. I'm your mother. I'm your father. And it's like it is a demand that will end up happening with a narcissistic parent, and a certainly strong expectation. Second of all, they might use a threat regarding religion to demand love and respect. Well, if you don't love me and respect me, you're going to have to answer to God for that, and answer to God for how you treat me. And whenever someone says that to me, I generally accept the fact that they're already in a bad place if they have to say that. They're not in a spiritual place. They're in a bad place if they have to say that. And, you're no Christian. You're no Muslim. You're no, Jewish person. You're not a Jew. You're not whatever names you might be called, and how you don't measure up because you don't even love your family or love your mother or love your father. And again, religion can be used as a club to try to get that out of you in demanding that love and respect. And I'm always of the notion that if love and respect has to be gained through a club of some kind or a truncheon, forget how you say that, something they got a ball bat, something they got to hit you with, then are they really getting love and respect? No, they're getting fear and compliance. That's not love and respect. Number 3, if you love and respected them, then you would manage their feeling. If you really loved and respected me, you would deal with what I'm dealing with on the inside. And then hurt becomes weaponized, and anger becomes weaponized. But again, your job for them to demand this love and respect is for you to manage that hurt and manage that anger. And so they want you to manage their feelings and to join them in their inner dialogue. Don't join them in their inner dialogue. And I think a good way to stay out of that would be maybe with anyone, if they're trying to pull you into their emotional struggle that they need to resolve. Well, you just made me feel so hurt. It sounds awful to feel hurt. What's for lunch? What more can I say? Because if I say more, I'm going to end up in their inner dialogue and in managing their feelings. And I don't want to do that. It's not that I don't care, but oftentimes they use hurt and anger in a weaponized way to enmesh you to them. And then they will feel loved and respected. And it's a very sick feedback cycle. Fourthly, they can demand love and respect through expected subservience. And subservience equals love and respect. If you do what they say, if you feel the way you're supposed to feel according to them, if you think the way you're supposed to think according to them, if you do all those things, then you're showing them love and respect. But that's all through subservience. That's not true love or true respect. It's forced love and forced respect. And so we will be compliant. We end up fulfilling our role and being their supply. when we do those things. We bow and scrape. We always acknowledge their greater wisdom and knowledge, and always validating their power as well as their victimhood. We got to validate their victimhood too, because they're either demanding and empowered or they are a victim, and you need to be on board whichever part of the pendulum they're on. You need to join them there. And that's a part of the narcissistic regime that they set up. So what do? What are some ways we can change? Well, I think that I have an online program I mentioned down below. There are a lot of ways we can learn how to respond and how to get them out of us so we're more us when we deal with others and deal with them. Certainly, we may want to go no contact. Not everybody can go no contact. There are some struggles and difficulties with that. And then even if we go no contact, that doesn't mean it's all resolved. It simply means we've stopped drinking from the fire hose. But it doesn't mean it's all done. I may need to go to the hospital with H2O intoxication. In other words, I've drank too much water, which can kill you if you drink too much water. And so, one of the things I talk about is remember you are not them and they are not you. And I think it's always good to say that mantra and to say that phrase, because a lot of times enmeshment, codependency, stuckness emotionally with others is a problem for those of us who grew up in narcissistic families. And so I want to say I am not them, they are not me. So that I have this detachment beginning. Their beliefs are not my beliefs. They can have whatever beliefs they want. If they want to believe the moon is made of green cheese, if they want to be angry because I don't believe the moon is made of green cheese, they're free to do that. But I don't believe the moon is made of green cheese. So, if you want to be upset over something as crazy as that, well, welcome to the discomfort. Again, the I'm your mother, which is, again, that intergenerational bullying. Well, I'm your mother. Mom, did you think I had forgotten? Or, Mom, somehow this feels less like a statement of love and more of a statement of bullying. What? But I am your mother. Well, I know. I don't know when, if ever, I could ever forget that. So you must be meaning something else when you're saying, I'm your mother. It's not just to remind me that you're my mother, but it's to remind me that I'm one down and you're one up. That is what that means. And so if I'm trying to tell them something I want to do, like I don't want to bring that casserole for the family dinner, which Mom demands that I do, because I don't have time to make it, I don't have whatever. Or, here's the other thing, okay, I'll bring all the kids, but one kid has to go to soccer or some kind of tournament or something. And no, you have to have all the kids there. I don't care if they've got a tournament or a game they've got to play. They need to be at the family. And I'm your mother. I know, and I also know they need to be at the game. But I'm your mother and I'm telling you to bring them. I know you're my mother and they need to go to the game. So I do a broken record. I can just do a broken record. I know you're my mom. Duh. Yeah, I know that. And I also know they need to go to the game. So you're going to have to deal with that internal conflict. Not you have to deal with it. They have to deal with their internal conflict. Now, they won't be grateful to you for that because they want you to resolve their internal conflict. Well, I can't resolve everybody's internal conflicts. I really can't. I mean, you can try if you like. For years I tried, and it didn't work out so good. You're just so ungrateful, they might say. Do you think that statement, Dad, will make me more grateful? Well, and I could also say, well, you're just so ungrateful. I can be, Dad, but not in this instance. Or simply, we need to have a break. You're so ungrateful. Let's talk about that when you feel less upset. And then I'm going to disengage. If I'm so ungrateful, which oftentimes we get accused of all of those things, and we're not doing them, they are doing a feel think and projecting it onto us, is usually what is happening. There's no real ungratefulness. other than, no, I don't want you to slip my tires. Is that being ungrateful? I don't want you to do that. It becomes so illogical at times. I don't know why you always keep hurting your mother who brought you into this world. Well, if I had the power to keep you hurt, then I'd use it to make you feel better. But I don't know that I have either power. Or, I would talk to a counselor about that, Mom. Or, I realize you feel hurt, but my mind sees the situation quite differently. So you can feel hurt, you can think I hurt you, but in my thinking, I see it quite differently. So I'm not denying you don't feel hurt. I'm just saying I don't understand why. But I'm not going to try to figure out why. And why am I not going to do that? Because I'm going to jump into their inner dialogue and manage their feelings again, which is what the narcissist wants you to do. You are to be my replacement of my inner processing. That's what supply is for. That's what you managing my feelings is about. That's what you entering into and joining my internal dialogue is about. Because I'm a false self and you need to fill the gap. You never do what I need you to do. Gosh, Dad, that sounds awful. Well, and I also could answer, sometimes I want to do what might please you. Sometimes I might want to do what might please you. Other times I might not. And that's reality. And then you're going to say, Dad, if I died today, who would provide that need for you? I don't know. We want to detach from their inner dialogue and get in touch with our inner beliefs and stay out of their need for us to manage their feelings. I hope that you enjoyed listening today. I want to thank you for joining me. Please subscribe, comment, and like this video. Have a great day, and be wise.